Hello, it is Dr. Megan Burt here, and I'm going to show you my makeup routine today. So I'm going to give you a full disclaimer. I'm not a makeup artist, but I sure like to put on my makeup, and I choose safer products and Beautycounter products, and I'm going to show you my whole routine, one that's a little more basic, and then I'm going to build upon it also. So first, I'm going to start out with Flawless in 5. It is 6 products meant to be able to be put on in 5 minutes. Now I'm going to talk you through this, and so I so wish that I could do it in 5 minutes, but I will not be able to. So we're just going to roll with it. Okay, here we go. Then after Flawless in 5, I'm going to build with a few more products and really do the get the look set. So let's begin. I'm starting out with Tint Skin. This is my favorite foundation. It's a medium coverage foundation. We also have Dew Skin, which has SPF 20, and it's a tinted moisturizer. It's much more moisturizer than it is tinted. So I prefer the Tint Skin, but you can find which one works best for you. Tint Skin is in Flawless in 5. So I'm using this Real Techniques Blend and Blur brush. Beautycounter, I just put it right on the brush. Beautycounter has a retractable foundation brush that is also incredible. I gave mine to my mom because I didn't need 2 foundation brushes. So if you are using any other brush, what you'll do is you'll put product here and then put your brush in. So here's a couple techniques that you want. Dot here, dot here, dot here. Then when you apply it, I realize I need my mirror. Because as much as you guys are not gonna love that I have to use a mirror, I can't see otherwise. Okay, and you're gonna use circles. And you're going to bring it outward because you don't want too much product like here, for example, because then you might get a line. So when you are doing foundation, color matching can sometimes be hard online, but I have to tell you guys, most people guess right. If you go to the Flawless in 5 link in Beautycounter, you can really see the different models and what colors that they're wearing. And I always say, if you guess based on the color online, about 98% of people guess correctly. So I'm using linen. I use it almost all year round, and if I get more tan in the summer, which I hope to be, I will do a little linen and sand mixed. In the summer, I like to use Dew Skin, especially if I'm going to be outside more. Sun is great. We need the vitamin D. We need a little bit of it, so we don't want a sunscreen all the time, but we also want to be really responsible for our skin. We don't want to burn. We don't want too much sun. That's where I like Dew Skin. So I use Dew Skin a lot in the summertime. So what I'm doing is I'm just blending here because we do not want a line there. And if you color match correctly, you shouldn't really get a line there. Next up, concealer pen. What I do is I use 2 clicks, and then I'm going to take my concealer. I'm going to start here and go down, and I'm going to fan out. Again, go down and fan out. You also can use it for other areas of redness, or like if you had a little blemish here or something, and you could fill it in. I use it as an eyelid primer. And if you are doing the Flawless in 5, it doesn't have eyeshadow in it. So that's really nice. I like that look. I feel like I can see the veins in my eyelids really easily, and it helps if I'm not wearing eyeshadow, and it all helps just to prep my eyelids for shadow if I'm using shadow. So you can see I'm using my ring finger and I am tapping. You want the product to blend in, and you don't want to like rub too much because you don't want to rub your skin. Sometimes I'll do a little bit lightly, but you want to pat and tap. That's going to be the best way to do it. Okay, so I'm moving on to eyebrows. Now I was really hesitant to fill in brows at first because I just felt like everybody's going to know that I'm filling in my brows, and I don't have a lot of eyebrows to begin with. Just never have. I haven't overplucked. I just don't have a lot. But eyebrows truly frame your face, and it is wonderful when you start filling them in. Now, right here, I've already started filling in my brows because my video stopped and so I had to restart it. So you can see already what it looks like. A little bit of a hint there. So we've got brow pencil and brow gel. I still prefer the pencil. I think the gel is wonderful. What I've noticed on myself is I think that the gel works a little better if you have thicker eyebrows, and for me it just doesn't seem, I just don't have a lot of brows. So I love the pencil. It lasts for a very long time. I'm using medium in the pencil. In the brow gel, I use light because it just gives a little bolder of a look. So I've already started here, but what I do is I create a line from the beginning or at the bottom of my eyebrow right there. Light line. It just gives you a place to work with. Then you fill in, pretending like you're creating little hair-like strokes. Then when you go out, you can create them a little bit longer. Then you'll take the brush on the end. There you go. There's one brow versus the other. Does that not just kind of frame your face? Now you wouldn't look at me and be like, oh my goodness gracious, you have way too many brows. No. Now I'm going to show you the brow gel too, which you can do both. I probably would do both if I was putting on more makeup for like a night out, which with a little one, we don't really do, or a photo shoot or something like that. I would probably do both. Now you can see it looks like this one is bolder than the other. I don't know that it is. I think it's just the way that it looks on camera. Nope, it does look a little bit bolder. And that is okay. Christy Coleman, our Chief Artistic Officer, says brows are not even. So if your brows are a little off, that is okay. It's just what gives us more personality. Makes us human, right? Okay, brow gel. I don't love a lot of the products, so I make sure that I get some of it off. Cute little brush, perfect. And you just go upwards and you really want your hair to grab the color. Now, I already have my brows filled in, so I would take a little bit more time if I was just using brow gel. But I like it. There's an invisible one also. So if you have a little bit more unruly brows and you're like, I just love, love, love my pencil, but I feel like I just need more control, you can put the invisible on, and that works really great. Okay, moving on to blush. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit. In Flawless in 5, you just get the blush. So I'm going to put that on. What you do is you tap, and then right here. You don't want to brush because then you're just getting product everywhere, and you're not getting it as much on your brush. This is Melon. My personal favorites are Melon and Guava. Guava is a really nice bright pink, but not too bright. And Melon is kind of an orange, but it's not a true orange because I don't like orangey blushes. And this is just a really like sun-kissed pinkish orange. Now this is where it's not in Flawless in 5. Like I said, I was going to go off a little bit, but I'm going to show you where to put bronzer. I do bronzer before blush, but I just wanted, same thing, tapping right here, right underneath the cheekbone. So you'll just tap a little bronzer. And my normal just day-to-day makeup, I don't do it. Or sometimes I'll just put bronzer on as blush. You can also put a little bronzer here if you want. So there's blush and there's bronzer. If I'm doing a bolder look, what I'll do is I'll do more blush. And I will bring it up, not all the way up, but I sometimes will. So you can do really light or a little bit bolder. All of the colors, eyeshadow too, are really buildable. The foundation is buildable. If you don't think that Tin Skin has quite enough coverage for you, or you just want more for an evening out, you can put it on in 2 different coats. Okay, I'm gonna wait on mascara too because I want to do eyeshadow first, and then in Flawless in 5, you get to choose your mascara, volumizing or lengthening, and then comes with a lip gloss. I'm going to show you now the building upon that. I usually put eyeshadow on because I really like eyeshadow. Even if it's just a little bit of light, I do that. I've always loved shadows. So we've got our 3 palettes, Statement, Classic, and Romantic. This is Statement. This happens to be my favorite. I really like them all. I just love the Statement palette. So I'm going to use Flaxen, and I'm going to use Mulberry, the purple. So I'm going to use the flat brush. Same thing with the blush. You're going to just kind of like rock it into the brush, give it a little tap, and then you are also, the cool thing about these palettes is they have mirrors on them. So there you go, you can see. Same thing, you're gonna press in the product because you don't want a lot of product to fall. Once most of the product is off of your brush, then I will go in and help blend a little bit. Now with this, I'm just gonna put it here. Up top, I'm gonna use this bone color. It's a lighter. I really like, one thing I love about the Statement palette is if you look at it, you're like, oh, it's so bold. It's got, there we go, this blue and this charcoal and this other like denim dark blue. Like, I don't know if I would use that, but these colors here are so worth the palette. Amazing neutrals, not too dark. The one thing I don't like the Classic palette on me as much is it's really warm, darker tones, which most people love. I feel like it's a little heavy for me. And I love using purple, so I love this Mulberry. So I'm using this brush here, and I'm putting it in my crease. Look at how bold that is. On purpose, I'm making it really bold, and you're like, I would never wear that. Just wait. If I have learned something in makeup, it is you just gotta experiment with some stuff, have fun with it, and the key is blending. So if I just left the house like this, you'd be like, oh girl, you should learn how to put on your makeup. So I'm gonna take Flaxen again, and I am just going to blend. Now, normally for like a daytime look, I wouldn't have put that Mulberry purple on quite so bold. And you just go in, and you can have a different brush even, but I just use 2 brushes. I don't feel like you need a ton of brushes. Now, it looks a lot bolder here than it is in person. I feel like it's the camera's really pulling out that purple color. But trust me, I'm going to put a little more bone up here. I'll blend it in maybe a little more. It does not look too bold as I am sitting here. Just gives a little bit of lift. Eyes are pretty easy. That's about all I can do with my eyes, is a couple colors and just a little color in the crease. You also can take the color, we'll use this eye, and bring it kind of halfway through your lid. That works really well too. Okay. Next, let's put on some mascara. I love volumizing. I think it's fantastic. I don't have a lot of lashes, just like I don't have a lot of brows, but you've got to get some product on it. And there'll be some product on the tip of that. I make sure that I get that onto my brush. And what you're going to do is start at the bottom of your eyelashes, and you're going to kind of rock it in. It's a little bit drier formula than most, but it's not, it doesn't flake off, it doesn't clump. And I'm overall very happy with this product. I do 2 coats. I think that I need the 2 coats. And the same thing. And you can see I'm really rocking it in because this is just how the formula goes on. You have to learn how to use some of these safer mascaras because it's just not the same as traditional. Now, I have tried other safer brands, and I've got to say they just don't measure up, or all my lashes clump together, or it doesn't wash off at night. I think it does a really good job. Now next is lengthening. Now you do not have to do this. I just love this little lengthening brush, and I wanted to show you. I love using lengthening on my lower lashes. A lot of people love lengthening. If you have more lashes or longer lashes, it just, does what it says, lengthens them. It's fantastic. There's nothing like this cutie little brush for putting on eyeshadow or mascara on these lower lashes. Okay, I'm gonna do my second coat of mascara up top because I really want you to see. I'm gonna do it a little bit quicker, but even a quick second coat makes such a phenomenal difference. There we go. Okay. Almost done, friends. Almost done. So let's take some Color Intense lipstick. This is Backstage. I really like Backstage because it's got a little, it's kind of like a tan. It's not too bold. There's lots of really bold reds. There's some more neutrals. I like this neutral. And then oftentimes, as you can see, it's more of a matte finish. I like to top it with some gloss. This is Opal. Just adds a tiny bit of shimmer and it is just perfect. Now, last two things. This helps set in makeup mattifying powder. It does not lay down any color. It is a powder. What I do is I take my big brush. This helps with oil. So if you have oily skin, I do not. But I feel like it helps set it in and it just like blends everything together so nicely. You do not need very much of it. Lasts a very long time. You go through it quicker if your skin was oily and you really needed to use it maybe throughout the day. And then last but not least, highlighter. I love the Halo highlighter. You can see I've used it well. If I have gone through any product quickly, I think our makeup lasts a really long time. It is this Halo highlighter, but it adds just a little bit of sheen. It's not shimmer. You can see I'm putting it here. It's not shimmer. It is not glitter. It's just the lightest amount of sheen that just picks up the light and gives you that highlight. I don't know how to contour and do all that stuff. And honestly, the vast majority of us don't want to know, don't have enough time. We just want a quick makeup routine. So you guys, I have done this while talking to you in just, not even 20 minutes. Now, that's a lot longer. I do the 5-minute face in probably 6 minutes, and I do the whole look in under 10. So you can get a really great makeup look that lasts all day. One thing that sold me on Beautycounter makeup was the fact that not only was it safe, because I love clean beauty. And I feel like if we're going to be putting makeup on our bodies, on our faces, then we need to make sure that we are choosing the best that we can. It lasts a really long time. The blushes last so long. I mean, everything truly lasts. My foundation probably lasts me a year or almost a year, and I use it often. I use it at least 5 times a week. You don't go through a ton of product, but the thing that sold me outside of safety, which is very important, was the performance. This stuff works. You apply it once and your makeup stays on. It doesn't get really creasy in your eyebrows. You don't look in the mirror and go, oh my goodness, where'd my concealer go? Where did my foundation go? It works and it works well. So Flawless in 5 is the 6 products to start off with. Then you can choose your own from there, or you can do one of the Get the Look packages, where it comes with an eyeshadow palette, an eyeliner, and lipstick. Now, I didn't put eyeliner on today. I don't put eyeliner on very often anymore, but I do love putting some eyeliner on just to add a little bit more boldness if I need that, and definition to my eyes. So now I'm ready for my day. I got my makeup on and I'm gonna be taping some more videos now that I have makeup on, and I hope you guys have a great day.